Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This fielded right at the goal line, and he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage. The 17.
Their own 17-yard line. Blue Jets.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Tagovailoa working out of the gun, and he finds Tyler Kroft. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Looking to pass, Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On play action, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. He's got room at the 30. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Now Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them at 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
To throw again on second down. Tua got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged. At times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete.
The coverage with this side break out on 3rd down. Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive action speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. After one, 7-0 on the East. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down, here's Cousins. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That's good for 28 yards. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Here's Madison running on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. To throw, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a first. O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football.
Review the play.
That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Josh Oliver there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Call it no gain on the play. And here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Here we go, set. 38.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Over the middle, complete. It's Anderson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they'll wind up all the way down inside the 20. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. Disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Off of play action, Tagovailoa feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
Film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Taking it right down Broadway. The 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. I know a lot of special teams. Want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Tua now on first down. It's Hill, complete. Tua going to try and go quickly here. Throwing again on second down. Tua. That'll be caught by Anderson. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go. Third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. The kick by Joseph is good, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down movement. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Oh, they stopped it. Thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. To a hit, and the ball is out. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
That's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he does. That one, 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Touchdown! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know. Just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On 2nd down, Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successful?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw again on second down. Tua. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be out of bounds about... Full yard shy of the 5. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Tua. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Dolphins 17.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's Madison getting it again on second. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Going to run with Madison again. Room here to run. Running right through it. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, 31 yards. And the Vikings have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That is caught by Anderson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 2nd and inches, Tua. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.